Shalom, Cosmic Fam. The Cosmic Magician is channeling live from the cosmos. If you're new to my channel, welcome and blessings. Alright, so last week we talked about Virgo 6th house and how it's all about our daily habits, right? Our routine, regulation, our needs to grow, and our service to others. So moving on this week, we're going to be talking about the Libra 7th house, okay, in Western astrology, which I'm excited to describe. Okay, so what is Libra and what is Libra ruled by? Well, Libra is ruled by the planet Venus, okay, the planet of beauty, love, fertility, abundance, money, resources, gardens, everything that is beautiful, right? It rules the sacral chakra energy, which is all about inspiration, again, beauty, and pleasure, right? Now we have two sides of Venus. We have the materialistic side, which will be Taurus, because it's an earthy sign, and then we have Libra, which is the air sign, which is all about it will start in our mind, okay? It's when you see something and you're fascinated with it, right? Because the mind kind of rules that ability to feel dopamine, to feel good, right? That gives us that pleasure gratification. So Libra now is ruled by, as well, the scales. It's not really ruled by, but that's its symbol, okay? That's its motto. It's like its slogan, right? It's by the scale, the balance scale. So everything with Libra has to be half-half. Now this is why Libra will rule marriage, okay? It's all about our partnerships, okay? So it brings harmony into our personal affairs. It will always deal with intimate things, okay? So definitely it rules marriage, because marriage is a contract, right, between two people. You guys promise commitment between each other, and legally what you guys own is normally shared between you guys, right? So you notice when people, like in marriage, a lot of times, everything is half-half. So when you guys go to court for anything like that, like what belongs to you, you can't just necessarily, there's, I don't know exactly what it's called, but you guys almost like merge energies basically, and what you own, the other person has some sort of rights to it as well, okay? That's what I was trying to say. So yeah, it definitely is intimate there. So it deals with court as well, okay, with like legal matters, right? Because since it rules the scale, it rules justice as well. So if you have a Libra stellium, those of you who have Libra stelliums may be interested in pursuing a career around the legal system, the justice system, okay? Maybe some of you may want to be judges, police officers, attorneys, things of that nature, right? To keep harmony in your neighborhoods, and to bring harmony in your family's lives and in the lives of others. Also, it deals with like business deals and partnerships, the 7th house, okay? Because that is a mutual agreement between one party and another party. So oftentimes, depending on the placement you have there, say you have Venus in Taurus, or you have Jupiter in Taurus, or you have, it really doesn't have to just be the Taurus sign, but you have one of those more abundant celestial bodies in that house, you can definitely see yourself doing business in the future, or that's something you have already experienced, like lots of luck there, lots of blessings there. You get beautiful business deals and things of that nature. And if you don't have your own business, or you don't work for a business or something like that, maybe you should try. I believe you'd have lots of luck there. Also, it deals with our friendships, because friendships also are contracts, right? If you have a best friend or a good friend, or just friends in general that you're like really close with, it will always be intimate in a sense, okay? Because it's between you and that person, and you guys have like a kind of contract, a friendship, right? And for those of you in the spiritual community who's like aware of like what soul family, soulmates, and things of that nature, contracts is a word that we throw around in there a lot, right? We always say cutting contracts, cutting ties with people, things of that nature. Excuse me, guys. But yeah, definitely. So it will, if you're trying to see what's going on in your personal relationships, like your close intimate relationships, the 7th house is definitely the house to look to. If you're trying to see what's going on like in your marriage, or with a court situation, you definitely want to see what's transiting any celestial bodies that you may have in your 7th house. That would definitely be helpful, okay? So yeah, that's already a lot to look for in our 7th house, right? But moving on, also it deals with our behavior, right, in our relationship. So it doesn't just talk about, okay, this is who you're with, it's going to tell you it's going to be that person over there in the blue shirt, or whatever the case may be. No, it also talks about our behavior in our intimate relationships. So say you're someone with Mars in Libra in your 7th house, that you're someone that's always you'll probably go a really far way for those that you love. Same thing if you have Pisces in your 7th house. Maybe you have Pisces moon there, like you're very self-sacrificial, okay? You invest a lot in those that you love because they mean a lot to you, right? So your motivation is there, okay? So it also depending on the celestial body and the zodiac sign that rules that house, you will also see your behavior there, okay? So if you have your sun in your 7th house, you're somebody that, you identify a lot with your relationships based on how others treat you, based on how the security that you find in your relationships. It all deals and adds to you feeling good, feeling well. To feel well, to feel yourself, you need to be around others that make you feel good. So, or that have your back, have your best interests, that will always challenge you in the ways that you need to be challenged. They just seem to kind of meet you halfway. Those are people that you need to be around. If not, you will not feel like yourself. And that sun energy will kind of be like this. And that's a problem because it's our nourishment, it's our needs, and on a basic fundamental level. So it's very important to understand how you behave in relationships, because relationships is a very important part of our lives, right? We're all in relationships, whether it be with family, it be with friends, it be with intimate relationships, right? Like more like romantic, we're always in relationships. So that's a very important part of our life, and how we behave in our relationship. We must be self-aware because it can affect our relationships, and a lot of people are struggling with these problems. They're wondering why it's taken for so long for them to get married. They don't know what's going on in the 7th house, or they're wondering like why all the relationships seem to go a certain kind of way. They scare people away, or they're doing this one thing that they don't understand why people don't want to be around them, or whatever the case may be. It's very, very important to understand how you act in your relationship. And I feel like looking to your 7th house, looking at the celestial bodies there, and the sign ruler, and also the aspects. That's most important too, the aspects, right? Seeing how that is all like intermingling with each other, and then it will help you to better understand. And now again, I am an astrology reader, okay? So if you need me to look into your birth chart, you need someone to look into your birth chart, you can definitely email me. I'll be more than glad to help you understand what's going on in your 7th house, okay? Or in any of your houses. I do full birth chart readings, and I also do forecast transit, so I can tell you what's going on in your chart right now, okay? It's a bit difficult to make these videos apply to everyone because you guys all have like unique charts, okay? So just wanted to mention that because I know a lot of you are like receiving this information, it's like, what do I do with it? I can help you make sense of it, okay? So moving on, Definitely, if you have Libra stelliums, you're an artistic person, okay? You're an artisan, right? So everything you do is lovely, it's harmonious, it's beautiful, right? Because Libra is ruled by Venus, okay? So you notice people who are very romantic, they're poetry in themselves, okay? Or they tend to gravitate towards poetic things, poetic kind of ways of being, right? In their love language, how they talk to other people, it's very kind, it's very relaxing, right? These people, they have a love for the arts, right? Many of you may find, if you have Libra stelliums, that's something common for you, okay? Because the time of Libra is in fall, when all of the leaves, they're changing colors, like the colors behind me, they become so beautiful and it's very aesthetic, okay? So just to make some connections there. And also the 7th house, it will deal with counseling. So if your counseling has been a big part of your life, it's probably necessary for you, depending on your placement in your 7th house, right? Maybe if you have Saturn there in the right sign, or maybe if you have Mercury there in the right sign, or really any particular celestial body that deals with social engagement, okay? So moving on from that, last thing will be what we look for in our relationships, which I pretty much spoke about a lot of that, right? How we behave in our relationships, right? A lot of time that's to deal with what we're looking for. Sometimes you'll have a particular placement in your 7th house, some of you, that can make you very possessive. You want people that are like clingy with you, right? Like they're always looking for you, giving you lots of attention and things like that. So you'll behave a certain kind of possessive way. No, you can't do this, you can't go here. No, kind of trying to control people, all right? So it also talks about not only how we behave in our relationships, but what we look for in our relationships, right? So if you have Cancer in your 7th house, you definitely want someone that's in tune with their emotions. You want someone that will make you feel safe, secure, right? You want someone that will be gentle with you, right? Those are things that you look for in your 7th house, if the other sides permit and allow, because you can have that but also have Mars in Aries, and it may make you intrigued by those who are kind of a bit more masculine, right? So it all just depends. It will always depend, and that's why I do recommend, if you're having a tough time looking into your own chart, that you look for someone that you trust to look into your chart, okay? So other than that, that pretty much covers up and sums the 7th house, right? So this was definitely a fun one. Sometimes, guys, you see me like talking really fast. That's because the thoughts are just like, whew, there's a flow in my mind, and anything that I'm passionate about, I get like that, okay? So I just apologize for that. I am working on talking much more slowly, all right? And working on my speaking skills, because speaking is a big part of what I want to do in my life. So that was a bit more personal there. I should have expected that for a video like the Libra 7th house, right? But anyway, guys, I'll see you guys for the Monday update, right? The weekly update on what's going on in the stars, right? So I'll see you guys on Monday, Cosmic Fam. All right, stay positive. Peace.